Cartoon Network. Next, it's the Mexican Grand Prix.
We arrive here in Mexico for the Mexican Grand Prix. Yourboi once again on pole position. The two Williams cars in P3 and 4. And rounding off your top 10 is an Audi, the Audi of Milian Brulez. Further down the grid, we have some Porsches, another Audi in Yucatan, the two Ford performances, and at the very, very back of the grid today, it is going to be the Aston Martin of Zen. Well, the formation lap is complete, and all we wait for is those 5 little red lights. And the Mexican Grand Prix is underway. It's a very good getaway from Yourboi, who seems to be fending off Festeo pretty comfortably as they make the long run down into turn 1. It's very, very dangerous into turns 1, 2 and 3. Festeo, can he get to the inside? He's going to send it on Yourboi, and through the corners they go, and he's hit the barriers. Yourboi into the wall, and that is very, very crucial for his championship today, because Namzar Akari will surely be looking to overtake the McLaren soon enough as they make their way into the stadium section of lap 1. And there's a big scuffle between all top 4 cars there, and it's going to be Cornwell who emerges on top and in first place in his first race back in Formula 1. Of course, he won his last ever race in Formula 1, and that was in the British Grand Prix. His home race, that's a virtual safety car. And Yourboi out, he's into the barriers, into the stadium section, and that means he will score 0 points today. Nothing will come his way today. Somerville now trying to get a move on Cornwell into the stadium section. He forces him wide through the corner, and Cornwell tries to return the favour and into the barrier. They both go, and Cornwell is the one who suffers the damage, and Somerville will run away scot-free with that one, but that causes a safety car. A lot of cars bunched up here as they make their way into the stadium section once again. There's more yellows up ahead. Who is it that has suffered some damage? It's one of the Porsche cars. I think it's Redboy. Yes, and Skittles drifting along the grass. And that means Redboy has been hit by the Canadian, and he is out of the Grand Prix. But Safraz is the one who's out. Redboy just about able to continue limping back on. LeBron James up in P2, Grace Hunter leading this race now. Ferrari 1 and 3, and Yucatan into the barriers and flipped around and spun by another car on his left, and that is going to put him down the order into P9. And Namzar just about in the points here, only just. Can he get himself back onto the track and back racing again? It looks like he can, and it's going to be a virtual safety car, because I think Zanchi now up into P2 with still a Ferrari leading this one, but it is a different Ferrari, and there's more yellows, and it's Hernandez. He's in to the barriers on the left hand side into that first part of the stadium section. It's a very common place to crash, and Hernandez has suffered the same fate as everyone else as he begins to go here. Somerville moving through, and he's clattered into the Cadillac, sending both of them out of the race, and that is absolute disappointment for all of McLaren and for some of the Cadillac Formula 1 team. The safety car will be coming in at the end of this lap, and Osprey will be the one to get us going. He's already got a substantial gap to the rest of the field as they exit here. Will he crest the go battle? Yes, he does. And onto the street they go. Namzar will be hunting him down, and Akari already getting the move on Zen up into P3. Namzar also looks like he could get the move up ahead, and Seb moves out very late there into turns 1, into turns 2, and through turns 3. It's going to be Osprey into the wall, and Namzar driving off into first place. And as it stands, Namzar will be gaining a very, very substantial amount in the championship, and possibly closing up to Yourboi Redboy now going for the move on the inside of the Aston Martin. What an overtake. Sanchi still under pressure from Redboy. He's going to make a move down the inside. We saw it last lap again from him, and he's going to go for the double bar. What an overtake from Redboy. It's a brilliant move from the American. He's now up into P3 and could be surging forward for potential win today because the 2 cars ahead of him do have 5-second penalties, but Zanchi, he will be fighting back on this straight. He has the DRS, he's got the raw speed. Can he get down the inside? No, he can't, but he's still right behind Red Boy as they make their way through the stadium section. Zanchi chasing down Namzar here. Namzar into the wall once again. Another mistake from the Pakistani driver, and he's into the wall once again, down to 5th place. And this is not good for him. Oyinkro'sRacingWorld also making mistakes in the final sector. He'll have to pit again, but Namzar is down to P5. Namzar refusing to pit. Will that cost him? He's moving through turns 1, 2 and 3, and he's hit the barriers, and that is Namzar out. The car has to be stopped, and that is going to cause a virtual safety car, and he will not be gaining any points on Yourboi today because he is out of the Grand Prix. Seb into the wall at the final few corners. Zanchi in 2nd place could potentially be gaining on him, but there's a virtual safety car, and it's Zen who is out of this one, and that means that if one more car DNFs, we will have to red flag and restart. And I did say earlier, if one more car is out of this race, the session will be restarted with all drivers being able to participate as they make their way through 1, 2 and 3, and it's a virtual safety car. Red Boy is out, and that means that the red flag is out, and everyone will get a second chance to potentially gain points in this race once again as we restart this race. Well, after that red flag, the damage has been repaired to all cars, and we will go again for just 17 laps left in this Grand Prix, and it's lights out, and away we go. This time, Verstappen has a much better start than Yourboi. He's already alongside him as they make the run. Long run down into turn 1. He's already basically ahead of him. Only 0.04 of a second separate them as they go into turns 1 and through turns 2 and 3 they go. Yourboi on the outside, and he's into the barrier once again, and so is Namzar. That is disappointment for both of the top 2 drivers in the championship, and it's going to be a Mercedes 1-3 as they make their way through the rest of lap 1 technically of the 17 laps left in this Grand Prix, as Namzar losing positions left, right and centre. He's going to have to pit soon. Someone trying to hold off from the Porsche as they make their way through the first 2 turns, and he spun round twice, and that is him backwards on the track on a spray. Both front wings broken, and a huge pile up at the exit of turn 3, and it's going to be an Aston Martin who is crashed out of this one. And Summerfu, his engine, he was not able to keep it running, and that means that he is now also out of the Grand Prix. The Mercedes are loving this right now, but one of them isn't. Safraz will get us going at the end of this lap. They are all weaving vigorously to try and get heat into their tyres. The question is, when will Safraz go? It looks like he's gone now as they all make their way through the final few turns further back in the grid. It's very chaotic, all of them trying to keep the grip on the tyres as they're very cold, moving through the final sector and onto the first long straight of the track, which goes into turn 1. Cornwell on the inside, can he get the move on the Williams as he goes down the inside at turn 1 and into turn 3? It's going to be Safraz spinning round and into the barriers, while Cornwell in his first race back in Formula 1 leads. Lap 6 going on to lap 7 for most of these guys. Cornwell now suddenly into the pit lane, not trying to risk anything, while Red Boy is, as he leads this Grand Prix and could be on for his first race win of his entire career. It's taken him 4 seasons, but could today be the day as he makes his way safely through turns 1, 2 and 3, and Cornwell will emerge just ahead of his teammate as Hernandez is into the wall, and there's another virtual safety car. It's Safraz. Another Williams car has suffered damage out of turn 3, and he is out, and Namzar is now the only driver left in the Williams team right now. And Namzar going for the move on, and there's a safety car. Yourboi looks to be fine there. He's just about making his way, limping back onto the track through the stadium section. He must have made a little mistake there, but it looks like someone else is out, and it's going to be Red Boy at the front of the order. We were saying it could be his first ever win in Formula 1, but he has crashed out and ruined the opportunity of him getting his first ever race. All moving through, 5-second penalty for Osprey, and Osprey been hit by Cornwell, and through the second part of the stadium section, he's into the barriers. Cornwell and Sanchi double teaming and taking him out of the race. He was almost sideways for a second, and that's a virtual safety car. Namzar now right on the back of the Audi car as he makes his way through into the stadium section. Brilliant Brulez right down the inside, trying his very best. He rejoins the track and he's been clipped by Monkey on Cloud, and that is him out of the race. The South African will not get his podium today, and Milian Brulez will neither. The Spaniard is also out. The rain has started to pour, and everyone is peeling into the pits just in the nick of time to slap on those intermediate tyres with 7 laps to go. Cornwell now looking for the move on LeBron James. He sends it down the inside, and just in the nick of time as the virtual safety car is out, and look who it is. It's Yourboi. Once again, he's getting a second chance in this race. He fumbled it at turn 1, and now he's fumbled it once again. He is out, and Namzar will have a second opportunity to gain up in the championship. Yucatan, only 3 laps to go now, and he is on course for a podium. Cornwell now making his way back onto the track, but he's been hit by another car, and he's out, and this could only help the Mexican in P2 at his home Grand Prix to get his podium, but Cornwell in his first race back is out. It has been a game of survival today, and as he rounds the final corner, Hernandez will come home to win the Mexican Grand Prix and his first ever Grand Prix, and Yucatan gets his podium at Mexico, the home favourite here, and Namzar will just about gain points on Yourboi in the championship. It's heating up today.